Hello everyone. Today we'll be starting with the new method which is called as the Rayleigh-Ritz method. In the previous classes, we have studied how to apply the principle of minimum potential energy for the spring problem. So now we need to solve the same applying the minimum potential energy functional for solving the bar as well as the beam problem. Here we'll be assuming a new method in this method which is called as Rayleigh-Ritz method. It is one of the variational approach method where we will be assuming a displacement function. Okay, so for example, what is the displacement function? You will be questioning. So displacement function is we will be assuming how the displacement is varying over the length. For example, if I take a bar, okay, and apply a load on that, okay, apply a load on that, how the displacement is taking here, it is taking linearly. Okay, it is taking a linear displacement, where if I am interested only in this particular direction, I am not interested in other two directions, that is the area wise, only I am interested in length wise. So the moment whatever the or the displacement whatever is happening is linearly it is changing. Okay, so that is called as a linear displacement. For example, if I take a beam and a load is applied, if I see the displacement of that particular whatever the particular beam is happening, it is happening in the form of a curved structure. It is happening in the form of a curved structure, which means that the displacement is of higher order. Higher order means it is not so linear. It might be a cubic, it might be a fourth order. That is called as a displacement function. So in the Rayleigh-Ritz method, what we are trying is we are assuming a displacement function which is a function of a parameter which is called as an unknown parameter and a trial function, which means that, for example, for this particular case I know that it is a linear function, so I'll use a trigonometric method to write this function. So u is equal to, I'll write it a function called as a naught plus a1 x. So why I'm writing this is, so this is called as a linear function. This is called as a linear function which resembles this particular body. So here we'll be trying to find out what is the displacement which is happening. So if I see here, one end is fixed, one end is free to move. So the displacement is happening at this particular point. So what is the value of displacement with respect to the given condition? For example, if I take a bar, they will be giving you the area as well as the Young's modulus for this particular problem. If I see this, so you will be have to calculate the value of displacement with these three parameters. So I'll assume the displacement which is happening a linear function. So here what in the beam case what you are doing is, so beam is being a curved structure. So when I have to use a define the displacement of a curved body, I will not use a linear, I will be using a quadratic or a cubic nature. So I might use u is equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2 x square plus a3 x cube, so go up. Okay, so this might be the displacement function. So we'll be using this displacement function, later we'll be formulating in this particular fashion. So like this, ai means these are the parameters, a naught, a1, a2, a3, these are the unknown parameters, and x is a trial function. Okay, how it is varying with respect to x, so which means that how the displacement is happening with respect to x, I will be trying to calculate it. So based on this, we will be determining a function called as u of x is equal to summation of ai into f of x. So later we will be, whatever the equation we are getting, we will be getting in the form of ai, a naught, a1, a2, a3, and I will be using the principle of minimum potential energy to minimize the problem, and equating it to 0. How we have done it in the spring problem, the same thing we will be applying it to get the solution of the problem. So here you need to know the overall how the things are done. So it has a certain steps. If you follow those steps, you can easily calculate the displacement of the bar or a beam using Rayleigh-Ritz method. First, I'll explain you what are the steps to be incorporated for this particular solution. Okay, so the first step for this particular Rayleigh-Ritz method is, these are the steps. You need to remember these steps and apply it in the problem. So first step is you have to formulate the potential energy function. You have to formulate the potential energy functional for a particular problem. It might be a bar or a beam. Okay, so you already know what is the potential energy function, that is pi is equal to strain energy plus work potential. Strain energy plus work potential. So already we have derived the strain energy for all the three, that is spring, bar as well as beam problem. So work potential is directly related to the what type of load we are applying on a particular body, whether it is a point load, whether it is a surface force, or whether it is a body force. Based on that we need to write the equation. So after writing this first formulation, the first formulation is totally depend on the application of the problem, whether it is a bar or a beam. You have to write the strain energy for that particular problem. Okay, the second step comes here, that you have to assume the displacement trial, or we call it as a trial displacement function, trial displacement function, which satisfies the boundary condition, which satisfies the boundary condition, What does this means is, I have already told you in the Rayleigh-Ritz method, you are assuming a displacement function, which means that how the displacement is happening with respect to the lengthwise. So as we are interested in, most of the time we are interested in this particular theory, we are doing 1D analysis. So we are interested most of the time to find out what is the displacement which is happening in one direction. So we will be assuming a trial function. So in assuming of a trial function, we have two types. One is trigonometric and one more is algebraic. Okay, so these are the two types of displacement function we'll be assuming. So I'll be explaining you in this detailing in the problem how to take this displacement function which satisfies the boundary condition. So third one is substituting the displacement function in the potential energy functional. So whatever the displacement functional we have assumed, we have to substitute back to the potential energy functional. Okay, so that will be the third step. And the fourth step is you have to minimize. The fourth step will be minimize the potential energy functional. So how to minimize it? We have done it in the last class. So how many variables, unknown variables are there? We will be differentiating partially with respect to that individual unknown parameter and equating it to 0. So if I minimize that, I can easily get the unknown parameters value. Okay, so if I get those unknown parameters value, I will be able to determine the, so fifth point will be, after minimizing, we will be able to determine the deflection or displacement, stresses and strains for the particular system. Okay, so these are the 5 steps you need to use it whenever you using the Rayleigh-Ritz method. Okay, first is you have to formulate the potential energy function. Then what you have to do? You have to assume the displacement function. Then you have to substitute the displacement function in the potential energy equation. After that, you have to minimize that potential energy function, and then after getting all the constant values, you will be able to determine the deflection, stresses and strains for the particular system, whatever the system is being given. So this is about the Rayleigh-Ritz method and the steps involved in Rayleigh-Ritz method. Next we will be studying how to calculate the we'll be taking a live example of a bar and then beam in order to calculate the displacement of that particular body, and later we will be able to find out the stresses and strains. Hope you got this particular steps. In the next video we will be seeing the problems. Thank you.